I just want that bread, fake niggas hitting me instead. Fill them out with lead pharmacists. Man, you got the meds, you heard what I said. About to wake these niggas up, sleeping on me like a bed. Backdoor your main bitch for her best friend. And when she double back, I'ma do the shit again. Hey, take 11 bands and I turn it into 22. Big 40 on me, I ain't playing with no 22. Front door the pack, I think the...
Thank y'all for tuning back in to your favorite channel, Pelican Bay K9s, giving it to you the way I always do, the way I always say it. Some brothers and sisters gonna like it, some ain't, man. Y'all hit that subscribe button. Subscribe to the channel. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, hit that like button right now. Go ahead and hit that like button up. Drop down in the comments. Salute to the brothers and sisters that be down in the chat. You know, salute to everybody that be rocking with Pelican Bay. We need some more subscribers. Tell your friends, tell your partners, tell your coworkers, tell your boss, tell your manager, whatever you call them. Subscribe to the channel. PBK9 is the hottest dog channel on the tube today. Let's get into that dog talk, man. We got a little bit of dog talk, not too much dog news, just some dog talk. I wanted to go over a few things. I seen one brother ask on the book, he was like, have anyone noticed the difference in the dog's skin these days compared to, at least the ones he's seen or certain dogs that he saw, the thick skin and the tight skin dogs. You always had your thick skin and your tight skin dogs, but you're seeing less of your thicker skin dogs than you did back then. Sambo was a thick skin dog. And when I say thick skin, I mean he had thick skin plus the fact that he had loose, thick skin. So you could take the fur on the back of his neck and you can just pull his skin up, and he, you wouldn't even be pulling him off the ground. He had that loose skin. So, I definitely seen a lot of them, especially with the yellow dogs and them crosses and different things, and a lot of them bigger dogs that brothers was having dogs with looser skin. But I guess it goes back to the breeding, man, and what lines of dogs you got, and just basically the breeding, because you get traits, you gain traits, you lose traits, and a lot of that stuff brothers don't pay attention to. It'd be the simple things like that brothers don't pay attention to in these breedings. You might be got the same Eli dogs that you had back then, breeding them the same ways, and you think you haven't lost any traits, but you really didn't pay attention. You might have thick-skinned dogs back then, and now your dogs has got the tight skin, easy to prick, easy to bleed. Grab him by the back of his neck, and you lift him up, you got him in the air. His front legs in the air. So it's just a lot of things that come with this breeding, man, that all of us, can pay attention to a little more, and we have an answer to these things. We can't really say what happened to the tight-skinned dogs. We don't know. The tight-skinned dogs might be all the dogs that's getting confiscated in these raids. We can't forget about that. In the process of bad breeding, you got dogs being confiscated. I don't know which one is more. You got dogs being born by the thousands. You got dogs being confiscated, a little less than the ones being born, but they're being confiscated by the thousands. And then you got bad breeding in between, and brothers who making good breeds as well. But yeah, man. And just a few things like, we only pay attention to teeth and bone structure and stuff like that. But what about the skin? And a lot of them tights, them loose skin dogs, if they were game, a lot of them loose skin dogs, they use that to their advantage, back in the days. And I can imagine that a dog with looser skin is going to appear to be bigger than what he actually is if you know how to work his weight right. Because if I got a 45-pound dog with loose skin and he's 45 pounds in actual weight, he's probably going to look like he's a 50-some pound dog. The loose skin is just going to make him look more like a bigger dog, and that's just my opinion, just my opinion. Now, I need my brothers and sisters down in the chat. Let me see them thumbs up down in the chat, man. If you got that certified Jeep Red Boy Rascal blood floating around in your yard out there, let me see them thumbs up in the chat. Yes, sir, man. Let me see them thumbs up down in the chat if you got them Jeep Rascal, them certified Jeep Rascal dogs on the yard. Or you know about them, or you're a fan of them Jeep Rascal dogs. No, let me see them thumbs up in them chats, down in the chat, man. You know what I'm saying? Now, I want to say this as well, you know, while your brothers hitting them thumbs up down there, you know, and me and the brother talked about this. Sometimes it's nothing you can do to stop people from talking about you. And I'm not talking about no particular person. I'm just talking, you know how sometimes you can try to do something for your family, or you can try to do something for this, and it's like nothing, even some of our old ladies, you know, we can do this and we can do that, but it's like nothing is good enough. Nothing is good enough. No matter what you do, you know, and you have people like that in this world. You know, no matter how fly you riding, no matter how good you looking, no matter how good you smelling, no matter how good what you said sounded, you know, folk gonna find a way to go against the grain. You know, and that's how it is, man. That's how it is. And with these dogs, it's a wicked game. For any young brother getting in this dog game, it's best that you know this a cutthroat game. You know, it's wicked cutthroat. And if you're looking for any success in this game, it's best that you mind your own business. You know, do your own thing. Get the dogs that you want. A wise man told me a long time ago. Mr. Mac Booth told me a long time ago. You know, I sat down in this front yard. We was talking about the dogs. He told me he had a dog named Champion Radar, which I done looked up and all that stuff. Great dog. And we was sitting in the yard talking about him. And he said, if you want to start your yard up, the best thing to do, he was telling me that he used to run the alligator stuff back in the days. You know, we talk about way back in the days. You know, I was a young person talking to him at this time, and he was talking about the alligator dog like it was back in the days then. You know, but then he said he'd start getting the red boy Jocko and the red boy stuff, and he was telling me about the radar dog, and he was showing me some photos and stuff that he had. But to make a long story short, what he said was the get your yard the way you want it. You just want to get the best male and female that you can find to start your yard up with as a puppy, and just raise them up and start it from there. You know, and that's just common sense, man. It's just common sense. You can buy, but at the end of the day, half of these show dogs just ain't gonna be good enough for you. He don't do this good enough, or don't do that good enough, or you got one that's a two-timer over here, but you still want to breed to this one over here because what everybody's saying about this and about that, and he ain't even producing worth of nothing. You see, not producing worth nothing. Now, one thing I will say, it's easier for you to create you a champion, create you a grand champion, than it is to have a dog that's producing real bulldogs. You know, that ain't gonna quit on you. That ain't gonna give you just a little bit of effort and then give out on you. See, it's hard to find that. You might be want to go get on that treadmill race. This dog, he want to go fast, but only for 5 minutes. Then he slow down. Then he practically stop, no matter what you put in front of him. Or you need that dog that he stay on go on 100 the whole time. He knows how to pace himself out to get back up to them high levels. You know, a smart dog knows how to do it. But then you got the dogs that just don't care. And they just gonna run to their full throttle, you know, as long as they can do it. And as long as they heart pumping and their eyes open, they gonna keep running. And if it's not as fast as it was, as fast as they can go at that moment. You know, fast as they can go at that moment. So man, I mean, this is what it is. Now I did hear something about a young lady making comments to a certain dog person on their channel or something like that. I haven't heard anything, but thing is, from Washington to South Carolina, brothers and sisters that take care of their dogs are not gonna have that, man. Now y'all don't forget to hit that like button up. Don't forget to hit that like button up. Big salute to all the dog lovers from Washington State. Big salute to all the dog lovers in South Carolina, North Carolina, VA, Georgia, Jersey, Florida, Mississippi, Alabama. Big salute to all the dog lovers, and big salute to the dog lover that called in on that particular dog show that y'all brothers was listening to, I guess, earlier. Big salute to that lady. The thing is, when you got people who take care of their dogs across this country, they're not gonna have that when you got folk who trying to tell you certain things and folk who trying to treat you certain ways, and these folk aren't even, you know, you can't even have no dogs for the rest of your life. You know, I refuse, like I said before, I refuse to waste any more energy on somebody who cannot have possessed dogs for the rest of their life. Your argument is with the judge to try to figure out how to get that hold up off you. You have no argument with me. And then you got young ladies who call in and give their opinion about your dog game, and you can't take it. You see, some brothers tell their dog game, and then you got brothers who dog game is on the news, and then you get mad if your dog game is on the news. See, you can't get mad. Your dog game was broadcasted across the news. This is how the dogs is. These are the dogs, blah, 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 bam, bam, bam. Now you want to get mad at that young sister for calling in, or that older sister for calling in, expressing her opinion because she's a dog lover. Calling her this, calling her that, calling her this, calling her that. But at the end of the day, it's only one person can be called names. And PBK9s cannot waste any time on the BS. I can't waste time on somebody who's not on my level, somebody who's not in the same playing field that I'm in. We got to be playing ball on the same field in order for me to go back and forth. We're not on the same field. I can't help what the next person feel they on, and doing what they doing, But on this side of town, we talking about things that matter, PBK9s, giving my brothers and sisters out there that dog talk and that dog news the way I always do. And I'm going to keep giving it to you, And at the end of the day, man, that's what makes a lot of them brothers hate. It's like, you got nothing to talk about. I don't talk about you, brothers, because I made it my personal thing not to say anything about y'all for the last couple weeks. Last week or so. Brothers ain't got nothing else to talk about, man. You don't got no dog stuff to talk about, so I refuse to even go back and forth. I'm doing different things on my panel now. Different things. I'ma always have trolls. I'ma always have haters. But I'm doing different things, man. I got too much to do with these dogs in my future. Too many things to do with my channel in the future, and too many positive things that I can be helping people with these dogs in the future, to be worrying about Washington State, Tacoma, Washington scum. I can't do it. No, won't do it. Won't do it at all. I have nothing bad to say about you. I done said it already. Whatever I said, it is what it is. I have nothing else to say. I'm not like, I don't know if you made a video mentioning my name, saying certain things, thinking I'm gonna respond about this, about that. I can care less. God bless you and all the folk that riding with you. This game is too serious to be playing games with a flunky. I refuse to do it. And big salute to that lady who called in expressing her opinion from Washington. The real Washington dog lovers. You always have a spot on Pelican Bay Canine Dog Channel. And matter of fact, when I go live again, or just, matter of fact, anytime, get down in the message or down in the chat, leave me some contact information, or when I go live and I drop the link, you get up there and talk your opinion or say what you want to say on my channel, and you can get the whole thing out, and you get it out to a wider audience, wider audience. Because we talking to them folks, my folk all the way over there in Europe, my folk all the way over there in Africa. From the African cities to the African tribes. I'm rocking with everybody in the Bay, And I told my folk, if we got dogs in the Arctic, we rocking with the Antarctica dog folk, We know they got them in Alaska and the sled dogs, so salute to them, man. Salute to all them folk doing them Iditarod races and all them sled races and the mushers and all that. Salute to all them dog lovers. You know, we rock with all of them. We all got our own little struggle we go through. They on the mushers, Peter on the mushers, just like they on the Pitbull brothers. But that woman, she was just a dog lover. You can't disrespect a dog lover because you all on the news for not taking care of your dogs. Then when these officers make these videos and stuff from the state and they talk about how the laws change in the state, modern laws change, and they use your yard as an example, you can't get mad at these brothers and sisters. It's crazy, man. It's crazy how folk trying to don't have any content or any things to talk about. This dog game is limited as it is. You got to talk about what's real out here, you know? And what's real out here is a whole bunch of phony people with these dogs on leashes and collars. You know, if you're going to compare the percentages is higher of better dogs than the people that got the dogs. You know, you got more scummy, bummy people with the dogs and want to say, oh, these bloods ain't this or these bloods ain't that. No, them dogs, if them dogs can talk, they'll be saying, your human ass ain't this or your human ass ain't that. You know? But like I said, man, I can't do it, you know. These folk across this country, they tired of it. You know, and like I say, to all the folk, the dog lovers, I don't care if you got bulldogs, I don't care if you got poodles, I don't care if you in the Westminster and you don't like nothing about pit bulls. If you want to get up here and explain and tell how you feel about dog abusers, you're welcome to get up here anytime I go live and say what you want to say. I'm going to have the call-in line. You know, tell me how you feel about them animal abusers out there. Don't type it, say it. You know, that's what it's going to be called. Tonight it's called Don't Type It, Say It Night. You know, it just is what it is, man. It is what it is. Y'all hit that like button up. PBK9 is giving it to you like I always do. I told y'all when I first started the video, some going to like it and some ain't. You know, some going to like it and some ain't. Now, drop them thumbs up down in that chat, man, if y'all boys got that real Midnight Cowboy and that let me see, that Old Family Red stuff in your yard, you know, and it's certified. Throw them thumbs up down in that chat, man, if you know your homeboy got it. You know, or your homegirl got it. You know what I'm saying? If you know a certified dog woman out there somewhere and she's unrecognized on the YouTube, that's all good. But you know she doing her thing with them dogs, hit that thumb up down in that chat, man. And don't forget to hit that like button up, drop down in them comments. PBK9 is giving it to you, man. I can't help it. At the end of the day, man, the real dog lovers, you always gonna have haters. You know, it ain't just the pit bull lovers. You know, it's the dog lovers. It's the folk who don't got that gift. You know, some folk got that gift. You could be dealing with poodles. And you got folk over here trying to poison your poodle. They trying to do all kind of stuff to stop you from winning that Westminster show. You know? But over here, these brothers rely on pedigrees. And when folk make that lift up the cover, you know, and tell folk it's something a little bit bigger than that, they don't got nothing else to talk about. You know? Nothing else to talk about. Bash, bash, bash. You know, bash, bash, bash. B-I-T-C-H, B-I-T-C-H. You know, it just is what it is, man. Like I said before, a lot of that foolery, it don't got no place on my platform no more, period. You know, my platform is to help people. You know what I'm saying? To help people to get more subscribers and more subscribers that need more enlightenment when it comes to these dogs, no matter what breed it is. You know what I'm saying? No matter what breed it is. And when it comes to sticking up for these brothers who get wrongfully accused, I have no help. You know, I have nobody who talk trash about me. I have nobody who comes up here besides the brothers who in the trouble. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about mainly I'm talking about the ones who talk a lot of trash. You have none of them that come up here and get up here and talk for what's right. Nobody want to talk for what's right, and everybody just want to undercut brothers for a dog sale. You know what I'm saying? Undercut brothers for a dog sale. But like I said before, you know, when you got good dogs, you just got good dogs. You don't got to do all that undercutting. You know, you don't got to do it. You let the dogs talk for themselves the same way it did back in the days. They still talk for themselves. You know, you just got to understand the language that they talk for themselves now. A lot of y'all don't understand that language. Then the language you trying to speak to that dog, it ain't that language, you know? So the dog gonna talk for themselves. A good dog is what a good dog is, you know? And papers don't make a good dog, you know, at the end of the day. And a good dog, man, don't feel comfortable selling who he think is another good dog, man, a sorry ass dog. You know, I just wouldn't feel comfortable hollering at my man Lucian and say, look, yo, Lucian, man, you know, it's a good dog here, knowing in my heart this dog ain't shit. You know, I won't feel comfortable doing it because pride, the dog man pride in me, you know, says, it might be a little bit of the old school street pride. You know, if I didn't have the best product, you know, back then I made sure that I had products so cheap that you couldn't resist it. You know what I'm saying? So cheap that you couldn't resist it. So either way it go, I'm trying to run the market. You know what I'm saying? And in this game, you know, it ain't about, you can water it down and you can whip it all up and all that. But one thing I know about that straight drop, when you got that real deal, when you got that drop, that oil base, you know, you ain't got to do no talking. And that's the same way it is with these dogs. When you got that real deal, the Holyfield, you know, you don't got to do all that talking and all them showing them matches on Facebook and all this. We just talked about the crazy stuff we seen on Facebook, and I just went back on Facebook and still seeing crazy stuff, man. Still seeing it. But hey, man, it's going to be what it's going to be. Like I said before, salute to all them dog lovers in Washington. Salute to every dog lover in South Carolina. Salute to all my folk in Horry County. Salute to all my folk in Charleston County. You know what I'm saying? Salute to all my folk, you know, rocking with the Bay. Georgetown County. Rocking with the Bay. Ridgeland County. Rocking with the Bay. Man County. Rocking with the Bay. Florence County. Rocking with the Bay. Salute to the whole North Carolina. See, like I said, man, too many positive things to be talking about, worrying about, you know what I'm saying, in the world, period. You know what I'm saying? Too many positive things. Like I just said on the video a little while ago. You see how the young black woman got gunned down? We got too many things. I got too many things I could be talking about. You know, I could be bringing a light onto that from my platform. You know, to be worrying about somebody with no dog credentials, somebody who can't have no dogs, and somebody who already proved that they ain't suitable to have dogs. You know, the Lord gave me what they call common sense, you know, and my mom sent me to school to get what they call book smarts. And after that, I got what they call street smarts, you know, and after that, I learned the streets ain't shit. You know, take your ass back on the other side of that fence. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is, man. It is what it is. Some gonna like it, some ain't. Appreciate all the new subscribers, man. Appreciate all the new subscribers. I see you. I'm rocking with you. You know what I'm saying? If you got any topics you want me to talk about, drop down in the comments. Let me know. And I'm jotting it down. We're going to talk about it. We're going to get into it. Whether it's training, holler at me. Drop down into the comments. If you need me to talk about temperament with these dogs, I don't care what breed of dogs it is. I'm what they call Tarzan. I done told them boys, I'm a pit bull specialist. I got master degrees in this pit bulls. I got all kind of degrees in the pit bulls. But when it comes to all dogs, I'm what they call Tarzan. No, I got the degree they call Tarzan, and that's what they call a guy's gift. You know, like I said before, a lot of my brothers and sisters across this country and across this world got that Tarzan that's a gift from God to deal with these animals. Nobody can take it away from you but you and the great mighty Lord. You know? They can't figure out how you do this. Sometimes I can't figure out how I'm doing it. You know what I'm saying? It's the Tarzan style. You know? They ain't came up with that movie for nothing. You know, it's folk out there who just gifted, even if it's not the dogs. You know, we all know all animals kill. You know, and I made my monetization for saying the words I got screwed up. I don't know, but we know wild animals and stuff, what they supposed to do in the African jungle in the desert and all that. But you got some people who we can't explain why these animals treat them the way they treat them, And we probably don't know who they is, but you can bet your bottom dollar on this earth somewhere, it's brothers who walk in these jungles and these animals treat them just like that. It's the gift. But anyway, man. Anyway, like I said, any questions, anything pertaining to any type of dogs or any dog shows or anything y'all want to talk about, my brothers and sisters, drop down in the chats, drop down in the comments. Hit me up in the messenger if you don't want to. I'm going to get on to it. I'm going to get on that subject. You know what I'm saying? Life is too good. Things are too good. You're always going to have haters, like I always say, no matter what you do. No matter what you do, you're going to have haters. And what I'm starting to notice, these brothers be having, every time they say, oh, Pelican Bay ain't this, or he doing this, or Pelican Bay is this, call me all kind of names without this or without that. 3 months down the line, I look at it, they selling some type of supplement. 2 months down the line, I'm looking at it, they selling this. Brothers who I didn't even knew was selling something. So when you need to sell something, then you mention my name so you can get you some attention sometimes, is what I'm seeing a lot of these dog brothers doing. You don't got no ambition for your own, You're trying to use what the next man or ride what the next man got going on. And then once you get that attention, you can't supply the attention. But like I said, man, real dog men gonna do real dog things. Real dog women gonna do real dog things. And the fake gonna be doing what the fake gonna do. Having them good dog brothers from Washington, them good dog sisters from Washington, calling in, speaking their mind, telling them what's real, you know what I'm saying, and understanding, like I said before, to my folk in Washington, you got a place on my channel. When I go live, you want to hit that link, and I'm all ears, my sister. My sister and my brothers, because it costs too much to take care of these dogs, buy these dog food. You don't want to get up there. You're tired. You done been to work. You got to get up there and go feed these dogs and make sure they're looking right. You don't want to do it. You still go out there and do it, So it is what it is, man. No sympathy for somebody who want to see, maybe sympathy for somebody who things happen to and you conduct yourself and handle yourself in certain ways. But when you're out here talking like that and treating people like that and thinking you some high on horse type, some type of commissioner for some type of fake board, man, listen here, man. No time to waste on it, no energy to waste on it. Life has been a whole lot better since I kept his name out my mouth, Whole lot better. I look at the old schoolers that be down in the chat of that brother. I'm talking about the old schoolers. Man, no dog man in their right mind gonna look at certain dog channels for any kind of information other than comedy. Even if it's mine, I don't know. Some folk might say that about mine. But I'm just saying, let's just keep it real. Let's just keep it real. If you can't go out there, if you're not going out there, or you can't tell me how or what's going on with these dogs in modern day time, without downing somebody, then you don't really got nothing to talk to me about, And if you're not a dog trainer, why is you getting in the lane of dog trainers when dog trainers start talking dog trainer talk? If you just a dog seller, stay in the dog seller lane. And you can't be selling that many dogs if, you steady out here when them folk told you you can't have no dogs, and you steady out here putting your face out there, knowing any given day that any of them brothers who y'all call tree huggers, any of them brothers or sisters can ride your wave till the wave fall off. And there's nothing you can do. But you need content. Certain brothers and sisters out here need for brothers to say their names. No time for it. I only got time for the real dog lovers, man. Real dog lovers. I don't care if you got papers on your dog or not. Real dog lovers. And that's one breed to the other, you know, one breed to the next. One dog man to the next dog woman, you know. Now, let's just be real for a minute. When it comes to interviews and stuff, okay, why would any dog man with something to lose or any kind of uh, dog man outside of somebody who's totally banned, why would they do any interviews on with somebody who can't have dogs? The only interview a person who can't have dogs can interview another dog man about is to try to help me to where I can get dogs again. How can I can't have dogs, right? I'm the folk, I can't have dogs, not because I was fighting dogs, but because I just wasn't raising them right. Like, what can you tell me? You know, I don't need to be asking you about bloodlines. I need to be asking you how to take care of my dogs. You know what I'm saying? So what kind of dog man, like I said before, what kind of dog man with something to lose or anything going on, you know, is gonna even want to be interviewed by somebody that can't have dogs? There's somebody who done been uh, in that situation time after time, year after year. Some folk learn from the mistakes and they move different ways. Some folk don't. If I see you the type of person that don't learn from your mistakes and you want to make 4, 5, 6, 7 mistakes over and over and over, why would I try to copy your style? I see you just effing up over and over and over. I'm not going to look at what you're doing and try to emulate it and try to do what I'm doing according to how you do it, especially when you telling me to keep doing it how you doing it, you know? See, it's a whole lot of ignorance out here in this dog community. A whole lot of ignorance, and some of the ignorance brothers are too afraid to call out. Either you're trying to meet somebody, you're trying out to what you would call burn a bridge, or you're trying to get a dog or this and that, and you're willing to go against what's right to get a dog and get a pedigree. You know? Hey, it just is what it is. Now, I do got one question when it comes to dog food, man. I do got one question when it comes to dog food. My brothers and sisters down in the chat and the ones that's watching, what do you think and what do you consider the better puppy food? Puppy chow or value pack black bag for puppies and adult dogs? Which, and I need my brothers and sisters that can tell me the difference between the two and tell me which one of the two is better, you know, for the young puppies. Drop your opinions down in the chat or down in the comments. You know, puppy chow or black bag value pack. Which one is a better food for puppies? Now, both foods, the value pack is soy free and corn free. I do like the way it has my dog stool looking, you know, but every now and then you find dogs who have an allergic reaction to the puppy chow. You know, every now and then you see that. I haven't seen that in any of my puppies that I had lately. I had a puppy about 6 years ago. He could never hold puppy chow down. And Marino, he used to act crazy with puppy chow. He wouldn't hold puppy chow down. Marino couldn't hold puppy chow, but he can hold other cheap brands of dog food. He just couldn't hold puppy chow down. You know? But yeah, man, drop down in the comments. And like I said, man, y'all brothers with them real Eli dogs, them real Eli dogs, and them Mexican Eli dogs, you know, get them thumbs up and down in the chat, man. And drop down in the chat what y'all think the best is between the puppy chow and the black bag value pack. You know what I'm saying? Because we got things to be talking about, man. We can't be worrying about trying to make fake beefs about some content and all kind of make fake Start fake beefs because you need content to create. You know what I'm saying? Start fake beefs because you need content. We can't worry about that, man. We got to feed these dogs, take care of these animals, and do the right things with these animals. And the way we could do that is to think clear, you know what I'm saying, and stay clear of the phoniness, the weakness, the trash, the scum, the dog men, especially like the ones, way out there in Washington, and not all of them. Salute to the real Washington dog lovers. You know what I'm saying? Pit bull lovers, bulldoggers, you know what I'm saying? Poodle lovers, shih tzu lovers, Kango lovers. Shout out to all the real dog lovers out that way. Because one thing about it, when you got a bad apple, you don't leave it in the bunch, because that one bad apple going to spoil the rest of them. You take that one bad apple and you, boop, toss them over there. Let them rotting over there. You know what I'm saying? Or you going to rotten everybody else, And like I said before, we all make mistakes. Who are we to say none of us have made mistakes? We make mistakes. Like the brothers always say, he who haven't made a mistake cast the first stone. We all make it, but it's what you do after you make the mistakes. It's what you do after that determines, certain things about you. But we living in a world now where brothers can literally make the same mistake in front of you 5 times in a row and have a bunch of trolls and folk minions following him thinking he God Almighty. 5 or 6 mistakes, same mistakes in a row, and then working on the 6th and trying to tell you how to make your first one. Trying to tell you how to make your first one. But like I said before, man, it feels good when you don't waste energy on the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? On the bullshit. I got too many great things to be talking about in the future, whether it get views or whether it costs me views. We talking about these good things of these dogs. And I iron out the flunkies in the process. I iron the flunkies out in the process. It just is what it is. This train don't stop rolling. You know what I'm saying? This train don't stop rolling. I don't gotta have no pit bulls, and the dog news, the dog talk gonna keep going. Like I said before, any of my brothers and sisters with any kind of training questions, hit me up, holler at me, holler at me. Your boy, Pelican Bay K9s, giving it to you the way I always give it to you, fair and unbiased. Big salute to all my folk that rocking with the Bay. You know what I'm saying? Big salute to all them folk that rocking with the Bay. You know what I'm saying? Big salute. Hey, I'm going to tell y'all like this, man. Big salute to all them brothers and sisters that watch my channel. And then you go watch the other brother channel that talk about me. And then, big salute to y'all, man. Because over here, we don't hate on brothers because they watch my channel, your channel, their channel, this channel. You know what I'm saying? Are you not entertained? At the end of the day, and like I say, all you got to do is worry about the information that you get when it comes to how you handling your dog, how you feeding your dog, how you taking care of your dog, and the things that you need to do to better your dog's situation. You know what I'm saying? If you're getting the wrong information when it comes to any of that type of stuff, your dog might end up on the wrong side of the track. And then sometimes, when they end up on the wrong side of the track, they end up on PBK9's Dog Talking News. Fair and uncut, raw and unbiased. Some gonna like it, some ain't, man. Some gonna like it, some ain't. Y'all hit that like button up. Now, I'm gonna tell you now, what a lot of y'all boys need to do is start finding little whatever dramas y'all doing with a lot of them other channels, man. I'm grandfathered in. I'm the news man. You know what I'm saying? I'm giving you the news. The news don't stop, And what you trying to do when you interfere with what I'm doing, it don't help you most of the time. It don't help you most of the time. You got one guy who keep mentioning me when I don't even say anything about him. And it's not helping him. It may be helping him. It may be helping him. But at the end of the day, man, I just know I can't waste no energy on it. You know what I'm saying? And when I feel a whole lot better doing my anything that has anything to do with dogs. When I don't waste time on foolishness. You know what I'm saying? Don't waste time on foolishness. I'm not gonna say I can't speak on it, but I'm not gonna waste time on it. I'm not gonna, as them boys say, get my blood pressure all up. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna get my blood pressure all up. Cause I done figured it out. Going hard. I done figured it out, big homie. We done figured it out. A lot of these brothers, they ain't walk that walk. So when they try to talk that talk and it don't fit together, and brothers uncovered, they be all emotional. You know what I'm saying? All emotional. Then you got brothers stealing dogs from Rockingham. You know what I'm saying? Stealing dogs from Rockingham. Hating on Blackneck. Blackneck Kennels cannot hate. Blackneck Kennels cannot help that your dog level ain't on his dog level. You see? That'll make you want to do something so heartless like go steal a little young child dog. Puppies. You know what I'm saying? That's how they get down at Rockingham. Stealing a young child puppies. And you don't know it because I know you done seen my video from yesterday. So you know that who puppies them is. And if you ain't turned them in or made sure that man got his dogs back, you're heartless. The fake heartless. You ain't really heartless. You want to be heartless. You's a clown, a clucker. But hey, man, it just is what it is. Same way Blackneck got that, he'll get another one. He'll breed another one. He'll make another one. That just teach the young buck, don't trust none of them brothers out there. Don't have them in your yard. Ain't no yard show. That just teach the young buck at a young age. Ain't no yard visits. That just teach the young buck at a young age. When daddy got you on the yard visit, you wonder why little man following you all around in the yard. You wonder why little man on your ass. Daddy ain't too much worried about you. He chilling. But little man, you keep noticing, because we as grown-ups, we can tell when somebody looking at us. We keep noticing little man over there staring at us. He acting like one of them folk in the store. Hurry up and buy. Hurry up and buy. Little man gonna have that mentality because you dealing with crabs, man. You dealing with crabs. If this was a gentleman's sport, when you raising your young bucks up like that and you bring them in, and even if you don't bring them in, you introduce them to other folk and they get, just meet different people. They should be great dog men, man. They shouldn't have to worry about their dog being stole because somebody need 30 seconds worth of thrill. 30 seconds worth of thrill. I don't know, man. I don't know. And like I said before, we doing updates with the brother down in Louisville because the brother was fighting this case. And if he fighting it and he ain't did nothing wrong, we going to fight it on the social media side for him. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I know for a fact he got enough on the social media side going against him. And if he trying to fight back and he wasn't, from what I seen, I didn't see dog fighting, And I got the right as a reporter and I got the right as a United States citizen to say my freedom of speech, and report how I want to report. So we're going to keep updating on that. Not on the case, but on the case, So salute to that brother and good luck to that brother. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, it just is what it is. Too many bad folk out here scattered all up amongst the good dog brothers. So sometimes to my brothers who really can't tell certain things, you really can't peep certain things out. You get these bad brothers confused with the good brothers, And just like they say a good, a screwed up woman can mess up a good man, and a screwed up man can mess up a good woman for the men in the future or for the women in the future. Same thing about the dog, man. A lot of these younger brothers, you meet the wrong person first. See, I was blessed to meet the right people first. I mean the right people. Like Tony Tiger say, great, the right people, first. But some people is not that fortunate, and they gonna meet the wrong person first. And now everybody that you meet after that has got you thinking a certain kind of way. It's got you moving a certain kind of way. It's got you don't want to buy this, don't want to trust this brother. You know, looking at the pedigrees like this, looking at the pedigrees like that, all because you met the wrong kind of dog man first. You know, and I say it all the time, man. I was blessed, and I'll say it again. It was a blessing for me to be hooked up with Crossroad Kennels, you know, hooked up with a lot of the older men, 70, 80, 90 years old right now. Some passed away at the age that I did, even when I didn't know all the bloodlines. Still had the love for the dog. And we didn't come to ruin nothing for them brothers. We sat there and we listened to their stories. And 30 some years, 20 some years later, I'm here to you know, Lord allow, I'm blessed enough to give you the same stories back. You know? And it just is what it is, man. It is what it is. To any of my brothers and sisters out there doing anything good with these dogs, man, stay focused on the positive. You know what I'm saying? Stay focused on the positive and don't be afraid to express your opinion, express how you feel about certain things. You know what I'm saying? Have a backbone when it comes to certain things. You know, big shout out to old Annabelle out there. You know, big shout out, I think I'm saying the name right, old Annabelle. Been looking damn good for the last year or so. You know what I'm saying? Since I had eyes on her. Big salute to them, man. Big salute to all the dog brothers doing the right things with these dogs, staying positive with these dogs. Don't worry about the haters, man. Like I said before earlier in this video, nothing we can do to keep them haters away. Besides, just don't hang around them. You know, keep them out my area, my actual area, my arm reach. I can't stop you from hating. You know what I'm saying? Can't stop you from hating. But hey, man, like I said, y'all stay safe. Y'all stay legal out there. PBK9s, giving it to you the way I always give it to you. Y'all stay doing it how y'all always doing it, taking care of them animals from one side of the world to the other side of the world. Big shout out and big salute to all my folk in the UK, all my folk in Africa, all my folk in Asia, and all them other little countries and them little islands and all that stuff where people think ain't no bulldogs and somebody got them pits and somebody got them a cell phone and they tune in to PBK9 Dog Talk and News. We out.